Welcome everyone, welcome to another preview. This is MetalCanyon, and we'll be checking out a game by Acer Interactive, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Police Simulator Patrol Officers. It's one of those niche simulation games which I kinda really enjoy, this sort of stuff. And yes, as you might have guessed it, you play a police officer in a fictitious American city. And, well, you do the regular stuff. What happened to the texture? That was weird. Anyway, as you might have guessed, this is still in very much early access, so there are bugs present, like this one. There's unfinished stuff, you know. There's a lot of things that still need doing, but the good thing is the developer seems to be quite active. So anyway, let me just continue the career. Yeah, the developer seems to be quite active, adding more stuff, squashing bugs, and so on and so forth. So that's a pretty encouraging sign. And yeah. Right, so I selected Frank Miller, a new day in the office. Check the available shifts. So right now, as I'm playing the game, we have to have our career progression, which means that the more of these patrols we do, the more, well, we level up pretty much to say the least, and we get access to different stuff. Like, after the first patrol, I got the access to the radar gun, then I got access to the photo camera, and I'll also get the flashlight, but that's not implemented as well yet. Then road flares, which is not implemented. I also got a patrol car, and a pullover sign, which I haven't used yet. And you've got different callouts, wanted suspects, minor accidents, and so on and so forth. And you also select which district you would like to perform your duty in, which I suppose is a bit unrealistic, but hey, for gameplay purposes, this serves quite perfectly. And you can see that these are on foot, and they're also in daylight, and this one is with the patrol car. And of course, obviously, we're going to do the patrol car. Now, here's the entire city so far, but I haven't unlocked most of this yet. You unlock districts as you go. And yeah, it's going to be a lot more interesting when most of the city is actually unlocked. All right, so let's pick the patrol car shift, obviously. Now, one thing I should note... is it loading? I think it's loading. Yeah, it's probably not happy that I'm recording. One thing you'll probably notice is that the game looks actually surprisingly good, despite this being a, you know, I would assume a low-budget title. But, you know, don't let that scare you off. Low-budget games can actually be quite fun and good. So, another flashing coming. Watch out. Whoosh. Don't know what's up with the weird lighting effects, but it's probably because we go out and it changes the mood of everything. So here's our patrol car. Let's get in. And despite the fact that right now you can also change the camera, by the way, and drive from the inside, I haven't really used that much, to be completely honest. But yeah, you can use your blinkers, right blinker, left blinker, but it doesn't seem to really matter. I was driving around with no blinkers so far, and the game did not complain. Because, you know, obviously you're a police officer, and you know what? I'm just going to reduce the sound effect volume a little bit, I think. Like that. Yeah, you're supposed to, you know, show people...
There's a situation that needs taking care of. Anybody available? We've got new information.
Okay.
We've updated your map with the potential area where the suspect can be found.
Alright, so let's see. So that's over there. The problem is, it doesn't actually show you where you are heading. Am I heading this way or that way? Oh, it's actually on my radar as well. So, I'm just gonna turn on the lights. And sirens. And get to the location.
In the area. I'll start looking for the suspect.
And now we're going to turn everything off. It doesn't really matter. Well, it does, but not for finding the suspect. So this is Carden Madeline. She's 26, blue pants, and she's armed. Even though I don't think that really matters right now. So looking for someone. Well, let's get out of our police car. And we'll see what we can see. If we can actually find her. I've had this before. Oops. Let's not try to jaywalk and get hit. Well, we'll have to jaywalk, because I want to check people on this side. You do have a service gun, of course, but, I don't think that looks like her. Well, sort of. The problem is I cannot just ask people for their IDs and such, because if it's not warranted to ask for an ID, despite the fact that you think that someone might look like, you know, someone, you're going to get docked your points. And there's two ways. There's SP and there's CP. I believe SP is the stuff you get. I don't know. Some stuff you get for how you act as an officer, and the other stuff for how well you do your duty. I know that sounds the same thing, but yeah, bear with me. So while we wait for this guy, we can also check, for example, if the license plates are expired. We can check if these guys are parked right, and so on and so forth. There's a fair bit to do so far. Oh, it's already telling us to go back here, because that's where the suspect is. But I don't see anyone in blue pants. Well, let's go, of course. So let me show you. If I ask this person here if she's changed her, well, it kind of looks like her, but no, she's got different eyes.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.
I do have to say that the UI for interaction is very, very nice. It's quite polished. It works quite well, and it gives you many, many different options. I'll just creepily stare at someone. Kind of looks like her, doesn't it?
Your ID, please.
So now I'm probably going to get docked my points.
Here, officer, my ID.
Because I'm asking for ID when, you know, I don't have probable cause, even though I kind of do. Right, Addison, so that's not her. Alright.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.
So, there's the -5 CP points. We can press I, unjustified ID demand. I kind of disagree with that. I guess that's not quite implemented in the game yet. But, you know, it was kind of probable cause. She sort of looked like it. Even though I think that woman just jaywalked. Well, and she's got blue pants. Wait a second. I wish I had a whistle or something. Let's see. No, that's not her. But
your ID, please.
We can now ask her. Well, she does look like her, actually.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
Let's see. Carton Madeline. No, that's not her. But we're still going to give her a ticket. I smell cannabis. This is your intuition, by the way. That's not like a tutorial or something.
There's an emergency.
Okay.
Urgent response required. Officer available?
Okay, yes it is.
It's fine. Have a nice day.
Now, I should have dealt with this, but if it's a major emergency...
On my way.
We're gonna go there. Sorry. Police business. We gotta go. We gotta jaywalk. So, here's the thing. There's a lot of things to do, and you're free to do stuff as you see fit. I could have just, you know, denied that and dealt with the person and tried to look for the... What was that? Oh, justified ID demand. And look for that missing... that fugitive. But yeah, we can also do this. So let's go to the site of the accident, whatever it was. Oh. I can't really hold that and drive at the same time. If you hold 3, which is the horn, it changes. Now the other drivers do sort of get out of the way. There we go.
I've arrived on site. I'll start clearing up the accident.
So I'll leave the lights on, obviously. And now we have to clear this accident. It doesn't really look any different than the normal accident. So we're going to investigate.
I used my turn signal. No mistake on my end.
No mistake on my end. All right, let's get your ID.
ID, and if available, proof of insurance, please.
You can see that little progress thingy down there. We have to at least fill the first part, but better if we fill the second part as well. So it's not expired. When is it? 3. It's actually expired. It is. The ID is expired. This always... No, it's not, because it's 2022. This always trips me out because he's slurring. Let's give him a DUI test. I mean, alcohol test. Because, you know, it's not day, month, year. It's month, day, year. Okay, so he is actually driving under the influence, so he's going to be arrested. Let's also give him a drug test. Which has the same effect, by the way, but that's okay. Because, you know, it's early access. And it's also amphetamines. So, good job, boy. Good job. Let's also search him because we've got probable cause now. You can frisk, or you can do a more invasive search, which, you know, leads to more stuff. He's also got illegal stuff, so yeah. Good job. Let's just do him for narcotics.
I have to arrest you for driving under the influence of narcotics. Please move onto the sidewalk.
Please, officer.
It's kind of funny. That's also.
I need some backup here to take a suspect into custody.
Understood. We're sending the closest transport to your location.
And yes, many people have also mentioned that the American police never really cuff from the front, and they will apparently be changing that.
I used my turn signal. I did nothing wrong.
Like I said, there's the developers are very active.
ID.
And
if available,
they're changing
insurance,
stuff, adding more stuff. It's really quite exciting because, like I said, the game is already really fun, despite the fact that, you know, it doesn't look like it would be because you're just doing the duty, a job of a police officer. That's actually expired. The insurance. There's the backup. So we're gonna have to dock him for that. Let's give him a violation. Driver expire, no valid insurance.
I have to issue you a ticket because you don't have valid insurance.
Really? That's so much money.
Now there's only a few responses they will do. You know, you'll get to see them over and over, which is kind of. No, there we go. The report is now extensive, so we can still try to keep doing it to get a perfect report, but it's not necessary, so that's okay. So let's leave him here for now. Now we're going to, are there any witnesses? No, it doesn't look like it. All right, so we're going to equip our camera and we're going to take snapshots of the damage. Now all you have to do is really just make sure that there's check marks on these yellow icons. That's all you have to do, and it'll add to the report. There we go. The report is now actually complete, so you don't actually have to do 100% of everything. You just have to do most of it, so there's some leeway in doing this stuff. Now the thing that I'm kind of sad about, let's also call
I have a vehicle here that needs towing. I need a wrecker at my current location, please.
The thing that I'm kind of sad about is...
I'll be with you shortly.
This is your accident report.
A well-documented and exhaustive report. Thank you, officer.
I love the fact that they say what no one would ever say.
Drive safe and have a nice day.
It's like they give you a report. Oh, you did an excellent job, officer. It is an excellent report. Thank you.
I have a vehicle here that needs towing. I need a wrecker at my current location, please.
And unfortunately, because there's so much traffic here, I don't know if the wrecker will be able to... Okay.
It'll take some time, but we'll take care of it in the next 24 hours.
Oops. So we're done with that. So that's how you deal with an accident. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that all you have to do is simply make sure that there's check marks on the photo stuff, and you interview witnesses and such. You don't actually, you know, find out who's at fault. I know that might be things for later for the courts, but oh, there's the wrecker. But, you know, I was kind of hoping that it would be a bit of a puzzle where you had to actually cross-reference and figure out who's at fault and so on and so forth. Maybe get a confession out of them. But unfortunately, that's how it is. I was, yeah, I was really kind of hoping for that. There's also, you can deal with parking violations. Like I said, if they're parked like that guy on the curb. Actually, he's not on the curb. And his license is valid. This guy isn't, though. This is an expired license. So let's issue him a parking ticket. Expired license plate. Now, sometimes there will be many things wrong, like an expired license plate, you know, parked wrong, and an expired meter. So it's, I don't know why, but issuing parking tickets and such for violations is quite fun. Call me boring, but that's how it is. I just find it fun. It's, like I said, the UI is very well done, and it's polished, and it's quite nice to do that sort of stuff. Now let's talk about actual driving. Driving is, it's okay. It's not completely arcadey. You can slide, you can actually crash into things. At one point, I was actually staying put, and someone slightly... Oh. Let's also talk about this. Yeah, someone slightly touched my car, and it almost completely demolished it. Come on. You press R, and it actually tells them to pull over. I was a bit confused because I also turned on my lights, and that seemed to reset them trying to find a parking spot and just made them get out of the way. I think they need to change that because obviously you'd have your lights on. Come on, pull over. I don't think I'll be able to issue him with a red light offense now. Come on. Is he gonna pull over or not? I don't think he's gonna pull over. That's bizarre. Another bug, I suppose. But yeah, yeah, driving is okay. The biggest issue I have with the game so far is the look of the city. Now, I know this is a low-budget game, and that's fine. The game looks okay for a low-budget game. I'm not really gonna complain about that. I don't understand why this guy isn't pulling over. Now, if I turn on my lights permanently... well, I guess he doesn't care either, so we're just gonna ignore that. It's another fluke. Oh well. Also, we can just go through a red light. Yeah, is the look of the city. And also the size of the city. What was that? Justified pullover. Oh, so we did kind of pull over him, but not really. The vehicle didn't use a turn signal. Sometimes it tells you this stuff and you have no idea where it happened. Oh, there we go. So we can also get that guy. So the problem is, if you turn on your lights to try and pull over someone... Whoa! Jeez. See, if you try to get out of the way... Do I have to have my... lights on? Maybe I do have to have my lights on. I don't know. Let's see. Because every time I pulled someone over, I didn't really have the option of interacting them. Yeah, detain driver. Okay. Background checks announcing and detain driving. For not using a... Oh, there we go. Okay, that's how you do it.
I pulled you over because you didn't use your turn signal when you were supposed to.
We require
Used
support.
my turn signal.
Who's available?
No, you didn't. Just gonna... Oh. What? Oh, no. Driving. No turn signal.
I'm issuing you a ticket for failing to signal, which should be around $60
This is
to
Patrol
$150.
4561.
I don't have
Taking
that
care
much
of the
money.
accident.
Okay, let's also
ID,
ask her for...
and, if available, proof of insurance.
I should have done that first,
Here you
but
go,
I was
officer.
thinking I'm gonna accept that call, but then decided not to, because it's a minor accident, and we've already done that. Expired 2023, so that seems to be fine. There's a lot of stuff on here. Oh yeah, her thingy is expired as well, so she's gonna get that as well. Nice. You can also give them just a verbal thing. Oh, this is where this stuff, broken windshield and stuff is. Cool. You can just give a verbal warning.
I'm issuing you a ticket because you don't have valid insurance.
My lawyer will take care of it.
But just like real police, you know, if they're nice to you, well...
Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Verbal warning. And if not, if they don't play ball, well, they get a ticket. Alright. So that's how you do it. Okay, now I've learned how to actually properly pull them over. So you have to have your lights on, I guess. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, let me just go back to... I know I keep going all over the place, but let's look at the city. Come on. So this is the city. Now, I'll ask all American viewers here, for example, or anyone that has been in America, does this look the map of an American city to you? And I will say I've been to the US 3 times now, for a total of almost half a year spending there, and I will tell you right now, this does not look like an American city. I will not say that there are no American cities that have, you know,
Assistance required.
Oh,
Is an officer available?
I'll take care of it.
crime scene. That they look like this. But, you know, American cities usually are built much earlier. I mean, not much earlier. much later than European cities, so they don't really have the cobweb of roads and such. They have a north, south, east, west kind of orientation. I know I should have my sirens on, but I don't want it to blare over while I'm talking. It doesn't really truly seem to matter as far as I see. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's my biggest issue visually, because most of the time I don't really have a feeling that I'm playing a police officer in the US. I have a feeling that I'm playing... Actually, let's park over there. I have a feeling that I'm playing a police officer, a US police officer, somehow doing this stuff in Europe. Because this strikes me much more like a European, like maybe a German city, because obviously the developer is German.
I've arrived at the robbery crime scene.
Oh, robbery crime scene. I've never done that before. Hello. Interview.
Can you tell me what you saw?
Yes, officer. I even know the person.
Oh. I have enough info to start a search, but I can interview the remaining witnesses for more details.
I'll arrive in the area.
We've
I'll
got
start
new
looking for the
information on
suspect.
suspect's location. We've updated your map.
I don't know who got robbed, though. So that's who we're looking for.
Can you tell me what you saw?
I know what the person was wearing.
Ah, excellent. Okay, black hot pants, so they...
Can you tell me what you saw?
I know what hair color the person had. I know...
Oh, okay, so what was the hair color?
Can you tell me what you saw?
Yeah, I think I remember some of what they were wearing.
Blue top?
Tell me what you saw.
I think the person was Asian.
Get rid of those glasses, by the way. Maybe these guys? No. Okay, so now we're looking for... Oh, maybe this guy as well. Nope. He didn't see nothing. So we're looking for Collins Nora, because that guy actually knew her. She's got a blue top and black hot pants. That shouldn't be too difficult to spot. And I'm assuming it's in this area? Yeah, it is. I've never been able to really find these fugitives before. Oh, that one looks like it. Hello? Is that a blue top? That's not really a blue top, is it? No. Not really a blue top.
Your shift is over, officer.
Ah, yeah, that's another problem. Time goes very fast. I wish they would slow down the passage of time, because a lot of the times, if you want to do things properly or just cruise around and look for infractions and such, it doesn't really give you the time, because, well, you know, time goes too fast. Is that another witness because he's just standing there? It might be. So I do wish they would slow down the time. Definitely. No, he's not a witness. It would be nice to just get in your patrol car and slowly drive around. How do I never find these fugitives? Ever. That's a blue... There we go. Hello there.
I'd like to see your ID, please.
That's her. Collins
Here,
Nora.
officer.
The problem is, if I spend too much time off my shift, I'm actually going to get docked. Yep, Collins Nora. He has dilated pupils, so that's okay. Match a description.
I stopped you because you match a description.
This must be a mistake.
No, it's not. Crime scene. Robbery.
I have to arrest you for robbery.
What?
Alright, we can also search her. Now, that's not required because we've already arrested her. A search is usually just a potential reason for arresting them if you find something, like a handgun, for example.
I need some backup here to take a suspect into custody.
Understood. We're sending the closest transport to your location.
So I don't think we really need to wait with her. I don't think they ever try to run away, but there's already the van that's coming to pick her up, and then we're gonna get points for it. But yeah, if you wait too long until the end of your shift, or I mean after the end of your shift, you actually get docked for performing stuff, which is a bit of a shame. So I wish they would seriously slow down the time. There we go. 200, that's nice. And just let you cruise around in your police car looking for infractions, maybe do some stuff here and there, like, I don't know. Do whatever. You know, whatever you want. If you feel like just issuing parking tickets or such, that's fine. Or if you feel like stopping cars, pulling them over. There's also a radar gun, by the way, that you can use, not in the car, but on your person, that you can use to catch speeders. Despite the fact that I'm driving like in GTA right now, but that doesn't seem to matter. And doing this, jeez. That's not really how the police should be driving. Oh, hey. Alright, so I think this is where the police station is. I'm actually going to indicate here. Oh yeah, you can also drive from the inside, but you can see that it's also very strangely choppy. So yeah, something's going on from the inside of the vehicle. It doesn't like it. So once we're done with a duty, we go back to our police station, which is there, Brighton Police. Yeah, but that's my worry, you know. This is obviously a city they've already sort of designed, made, modeled, and so on. They're not really going to be changing that, but it truly does not give me the feeling of being a police officer in a US city. Like I said, it gives me a feeling I'm a US officer somehow patrolling the streets of a European city. You know, minus some differences in, like, we don't really have parking meters. That's all digitized, and we don't have traffic lights on the other side, for example, or some sort of cars that are driving around here, traffic stops. But oh, you're a new district downtown. That might be more interesting. But what I would really love to see was you know, more US type lanes, not lanes, but roads, like really long straight roads, you know, north, south, west, east, that sort of stuff. You unlocked a new district. Every Monday you can decide which district you want to play in for the coming week. Oh, okay. So we've unlocked a new one, this one, but we cannot actually play in it because I guess it's not a new week yet. So now we do have traffic stops available, but we can also go for just a normal foot patrol, which should be less interesting, but also, you know, just fine. Actually, I like issuing parking tickets and such. Because, like I said, there's a lot of options you can select. Yeah, we don't get a car here. That's a bit of a shame. You can select if they're parked wrong, if they're on the curb, if their license is expired, if the meter is expired. Lots of stuff. And also, if we use the radar gun, it's quite easy. Oops. Who is an expired license plate? I don't know. So, if you don't know what the speed limit is, let's report that one. Just look at a few cars and you'll see if they are driving around 35 each, then the speed limit is 35. There's very few speed limit signs about, I have to say, which is kind of odd. But yeah. You know, and it's as easy as holding your target on a car and then just left clicking and then pressing F to report them if they were going too fast, for example. So this one is okay. So, I don't know, it's quite satisfying to do that sort of stuff. And this is fine. Oops. This is also fine. The meter is expired, though, so we're going to issue them a parking ticket for an expired meter. But yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. I was expecting this game to be a lot jankier. Come on. They're already slowing down. Too late. If you saw a police officer pointing the radar at you like this, you're sure nobody's going to be speeding there. Unless they can help it. And you usually can. But yeah,
We have a traffic stop that requires taking care of.
Okay.
I'm on my way. You can count on me.
This is another problem I have with the game. You can have like a mini-map up or something. And if I press M, it stops you, but it doesn't actually stop the passage of time, which is very annoying because you're trying to figure stuff out, and, you know, in the meantime, things are happening. Because, like I said, it doesn't give you the direction you're heading. So now we know that we're actually not heading where the... That man just littered. Well, we don't have time for that. That the little line was suggesting. So we have to go past here to the left. Also, something that's kind of annoying. You can see that you actually have to follow the roads even when you're on foot. There's no back alleys. There's no little streets that you can just take on foot to use as a shortcut. That's a bit of a bummer. Especially when you're trying to figure out where the heck you're supposed to go. Oh, what's going on here? There's like a checkpoint? What? Your first traffic stop call-out. Pull over cars using pullover sign and perform routine checks like ID and DUI tests.
I'm at the traffic stop
Interesting.
now.
So we take the pullover sign. Car in front was able to find a proper parking spot. Oh, we've got a... Hello. I guess he's gonna park first. Yeah, he's gonna... Ah, this is where he's supposed to park. Well, he's got a broken windshield. So that's not good. And I have to get to the other side while wearing the sign. Traffic stop.
Kindly cooperate with the routine check.
How can I cooperate, officer?
Yeah, some of the stuff that they say is quite funny.
ID, and if available, proof of insurance, please.
I would love it if it was a bit more
officer.
lifelike, but you know, I understand it's a low budget game. You can't really have that much stuff around. But it would be nice if there were some uncooperative people cursing you out or something, you know, just making your day more difficult. So he's got broken windshield.
I'm issuing you a ticket for driving with a broken windshield. That might cost up to $250.
I don't have that much money.
Well, I see where it's gone wrong. It's not broken from his side. Wait. What about DUI? What?
I'd like you to leave your car and go to the sidewalk.
Am I gonna get docked for that? Was that justified? Or is that the only way I can do a DUI? Whoa, dude. You can't go through your car like that. I'm gonna issue you with a ticket. Ah, there we go. So let's see. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun doing this stuff. Yes, it gets repetitive. And yes, you might get bored of it. But like I said, they're adding more and more stuff all the time. The game is reasonably polished. You know, you gotta remember, this is not a, like I said, a AAA. I know I've said this many times now. Okay, he's fine.
We're finished here. You're free to go. Have a nice day and take care.
I know I've said many times this already, and it might seem like I'm, the driver wasn't able to see me. It looks like I might be making fun of low-budget games, but it's not. It's just you have to temper your expectations, you know? And with a low-budget game, you suppose there to be jankiness. You suppose you expect there not to be some amazing looking stuff. Traffic
You're
stop.
required to cooperate with a routine check.
Is anything wrong, officer?
I really do like
ID,
the
and, if
intuition
available, proof
type
of
thing.
insurance, please.
Here you go, officer.
Where your character is telling you what he thinks the others are feeling or how they're acting. Uh-oh, NPC gender, her ID is expired. Alright. Is this expired? No. He looks nervous. See, I like that. I really like that. So, driver, expired ID. Well, let's give him a verbal warning.
I'm gonna leave you with
Now-
just a verbal warning.
There's a slightly annoying thing where you have to do this, right-click, get out, go to the menu, and go to the people that you've checked to see if they've got an open warrant, a gun permit, and so on and so forth. I do wish that was a little bit easier because, like I said, time runs in the meantime.
Please step out of the vehicle and walk to the sidewalk.
Get out of the vehicle now! Get on the ground! Don't be on your phone! Yeah, that's also slightly unrealistic. You're not gonna just go straight on the phone if someone tells you to go out. I mean, a police officer tells you to go out and get out of the vehicle. But you can see that I just keep playing it because there's new and new stuff that I'm finding, and it is fun. It is fun. I just, like I said, I think this is gonna get improved a lot. They're also actually getting real U.S. police officers to tell them exactly.
You're good to go. Drive
what they
safe
should
and
change
Have a nice day.
to make it more realistic, which I'm really a fan of. Let's get the pullover. I also don't know if U.S. police actually uses these sort of stop police type things. I don't know. Anyway, hello. But yeah, you know, the only real problem I see is that these cities don't really look American. So it's kind of,
follow my
I don't know,
instructions and cooperate
suspension
with
of
the routine check.
disbelief, you know, required. But
ID and,
oh well.
if available, proof of insurance, please.
Anyway, let me go back, because otherwise I'm going to be playing this all day. I really enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this little preview. I've gone now over a few mechanics. There are guns in the game, but there's no use for them just yet. And like I said, the developer is very active. Also, if you're trying to stop someone in a car, for example, the problem
Your
is
shift is over,
that
officer.
sometimes you will be very close to the edge of the map, which means that you will arrive at one of these, and if you go through, I've left my assignment area, I should return or I might get fired. So unfortunately, sometimes it happens that, you know, people will simply escape your grasp because you cannot really go there and stop them. Otherwise you get fired. I can understand that from a game development perspective, you have to stop the map somewhere. You know, it's not a giant, expansive map. But, well, there you go. Just something to be aware of. Okay, I don't know why I didn't record that, by the way. Someone just ran when he was under the influence of methamphetamines while driving at this stop. And I completely forgot to say that the developer is also developing, I think, 2-player co-op multiplayer. So you'll have 2 police officers. You know, it's going to be pretty cool. And this guy is actually parked in front of a fire hydrant.
Who's
So,
available?
we're going to call
I
a
have
tow
a
truck.
vehicle here that needs towing. I need a wrecker at my current location, please.
So anyway,
Sure, it'll be with you shortly.
for real now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.